Jump that in there. Okay, so find your space. Let me see if that works. No head. If you can't hear me, you need me to speak up or anything, just shout, team. You know the drill. If you want the music louder, wonderful. Okay, guys, we're going to start on our feet this evening. And we're just going to start off with the old favourite. So make sure your knees are bent and you can just give yourself a little bounce and just let yourself connect in and drop into the floor. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's it. Just let yourself just connect into the earth. Great stuff. So just really nice loose swing. So what we're doing here, just to remind you, is we're just letting our arms just loosely swing and we're letting our hands just knock against our back. So as you're doing that, what you're doing is you are just stimulating your kidney area. So as you're doing that, as your hands are just knocking there, you're just stimulating your kidney area. And that is the area that holds a lot of stress. Your adrenals might be working extra overtime at the moment if you're feeling extra stress. So it just helps you just to release a little bit from there. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Right, now I'm going to invite you guys just to start with, we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. So deep breath in and stretch up and come back down. We'll do another one of those. Deep breath in, arms up and come back down. Your shoulders drop down your back. Just roll your shoulders a couple of times up past your ears to the back and drop down. Breathe in. And release. One more. And release. Okay, brilliant. Now this hand. Stand with your feet just hip width apart. And we're just going to take this hand up and over. Follow your eyes. Follow the hand with your eyes. Up and over. We're just stretching out, really stretch back. Allow your whole body just to move as you do that. No restriction, just really open, 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 open up. Wonderful. And then let's do the other arm. Up you go. Open, 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 open. Down. Up you go. Opening. Follow the hand with your eyes. As you come up, you may decide you just want to drop into your knees as you come up and over. One more that side. Big breath. So remember, guys, what we're trying to do here as well is we're trying to invite the breath into our bodies. Okay. Breath in, up with one arm. Over and out. Breathe in again. And we're going to repeat the same. Up. Over we go. Drop that hand. Let it kiss the floor as you come round and up to the opposite side. Let that hand drop down. Breath in. Over you go. Breath in. Over and down. And up to standing. Breath in. And over. Breath in again. breathing in. We're really going to work with that breath again tonight, as we always love to do, to really open ourselves up. Let's do one more on the opposite side. Breathe in. Over you go, down and kiss, 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 kiss the floor. Wonderful. One more this side. Breath in. Over you go. Breathe in. Over, down, 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 down. Back up to the ceiling. Deep breath in and stretch up. And then just come over, break at the waist, come over and just hang, 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 hang. So bend your knees, let your head hang. Just really, really drop, drop, drop into your knees. Drop, drop, drop. Drop down to the floor. Palms flat on the floor if you choose to. And then we're going to do something called a seaweed sway from here. So all I want you to do is stay where you are and imagine you are seaweed just swaying in the sea. So just let yourself literally rock from side to side. Take the pressure from one foot over to the other foot. And let yourself just rock and sway from side to side. Imagine you're just flowing with the sea. And then you can just flow around to one side. Flow around to the other side. Just follow your breath. Do whatever your body and your breath needs. And then if you want to stand with your hands on your feet and just let yourself sway. Just imagine you are seaweed in the ocean and you are just letting your body sway, open out, release, relax, whatever it needs to do. Just allow that stretch. Wonderful. And then a deep breath in. Pressing, if you want to put your elbows on your knees to help you come up. Pressing into soles of your feet, bring yourself up to a standing position. Wonderful team, well done, well done, well done. Okay, so we're just going to open up our front here. We're going to do some bow and arrow. So again, nice deep breaths in. Deep, deep, deep breaths in. And then we're just going to pull back and lift the leg. Sorry, let me just check I've done something. I'm not sure if I've pinned my video. Let me just check I've pinned my video. Yes, that's okay. You should be. Okay, great. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to keep that elbow up at shoulder height. Pull the elbow back and twist and come back to front. Same the other side. Exhale, elbow up. Twist, twist, twist. And back to front. Inhale. Exhale and twist. Inhale and front. Exhale and twist. Inhale and front. Now what I'm going to invite you guys to do, as you exhale, the same foot as your hands, just pull that back and just lift your heel up and go onto your toe. Now if you want to, and only if you want to, I'm also going to invite you just to pull that heel off the floor and replace that as you go back down. So breathing in, exhaling, and in as you drop back down. Breathe out. If you're feeling really clever, you can lift your knee right the way up. If you haven't done this before, just lift your heel. Just whatever suits you guys is absolutely perfect. Breathing out. Just come back to a standing position with your feet maybe just hip width apart. I'm just going to open the door a little bit. Here. Go. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do some shoulder releases now. So let's just start off with some deep breaths in. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and let them just drop down the back. Again, another deep breath in. Up to the ears, let the shoulder blades open out and drop down. Breathe in. Opening, dropping. So stand like that. Stand with your shoulders dropping down your back. Your chest is open again. As we're opening, we're expanding, we're inviting air and energy into our torso. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, take your right arm up to the sky and extend your right arm up. So really pulling up with that arm and pulling down with the opposite arm. Wonderful. Your feet are just hip width apart, nice and comfortable on the floor. Then we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to lift the other arm and you're just going to hook it just above the elbow. So just hook round behind above the elbow. Ideally, your body wants to be in a central plane. Not like this. If you can, inhale and just open up like so. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful if you can do that. So from there, we're going to breathe in and then we're just going to exhale, lifting the hand to the sky and just tipping yourself over, over, over. Wonderful. Inhale and just drop your arms back down. Okay. We're going to go again with that. We're going to inhale. Exhale, stretch up and out. We're going to take the second hand up on the inhale. We're going to take it just slightly lower this time. Again, we're opening up. And then on the exhale, we're just going to tip, tip, tip the body over. Again, team, just to remind you, there is no pressure. Inhale. Drop yourself down. Wonderful. So never, never, never any pressure. Exhale. Take this second hand now and put it as low as you can on that shoulder. If you can get hold of your trapezius, then do so. Down there is fine. Open up again. And then just over as you exhale. Over, over, over. Inhale, back up, arms down. Wonderful. That is a really nice one just for releasing your shoulders. If you've been sitting on your computer all day, if you've been working like this in any way, you know, caring, moving, whatever, great, great one to do. Okay, breath in, up with the opposite arm, exhale. Extend the opposite hand down. Opening, opening, opening. Okay. Breath in. Up we go. Over to the elbow. Again, pulling back, opening. Breath in. And we're just gently exhaling over. Again, no force, no pressure, no excess strain there of the energy. And then just bring yourself back up again. Breathe in. Taking your hand halfway down that arm again. Opening, opening, opening. Breath in and just exhale as you go over. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Breath back to take this hand and we're just going to put it just a bit lower down there, wherever works for you. And then as you exhale, just opening. Breath in, back up to ceiling, arms and shoulders down. And once again, take, just notice, again, there's no judgment, we are just noticing how our body feels. Noticing. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit more work with the breath. We're going to do a dragon breath today. We're going to do it in a count of 4, okay? So I'm just going to go straight into this. If you haven't done it before, hopefully you will quite easily pick this up. So, with everything we do in yoga, we're breathing in. As we breathe in, we breathe into chest, and we breathe into belly. And then we exhale. So, with dragon breath, we're coming in with our hands, breathe in, pulling into the center. We're going to exhale out to the front. We're going to breathe in. Inhale, exhale, up, out, and to the side. Inhale, dragon breath. Exhaling, keeping your feet planted, but twisting. Wonderful. Inhale. Hands behind you. If you want to, you can just take your hands out on the out breath. If you prefer, take your hands out and over for your number 4. Wonderful. Breath in. Hands back to chest. 1. To the front. Breath in. 2. To the side. 3. Twisting. 4. In we come again. Hands behind and exhaling and over. Wonderful. Bend the knees as you come up. Breathe in. So this is dragon flow. So let's go for a little bit of a flow. Breathing in. Out. In again. To the side. In again. Out. And over we go. In. Front. In. Up. In. To the side. Twist around. In we come. Bring that breath. Wonderful. Just stay there for a moment. Over. Bend our legs. Just slowly bring ourselves up to standing. Well done, guys. Fabulous. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to do a few little warrior stances tonight. I feel like we need those at the moment. We need to really connect into our strength. We need to connect into the earth. We need to pull this wonderful energy down into the earth. We need to just really ground ourselves down. Okay, so we're going to start off with a warrior 1 this evening. So, for those of you that haven't done any yoga or not much yoga, when we do warrior, we have our feet, in a lot of our poses, we have our feet like hip width apart. we have them together, which is mountain pose. This is sort of a hip width pose, but for warrior, we're just going to take an extra step out. So you're not really grossly expanded out, but your feet are comfortably wide. Let's say comfortably wide. And again, always breathing in and just relaxing that energy down. Okay. So breath in. We're going to turn our foot directly facing a quarter turn. This now a breath in. We're going to turn in by 5 minutes. So you almost imagine that foot is coming in by 5 minutes. So we've got one foot going out and we've got one foot coming in by 5 minutes. This is warrior one. So what we're going to do for warrior one is we're going to breathe in. We're going to elongate the crown on our breath in. And then as we take our breath out, we're going to turn our whole body round to face our front foot. So our hips, our headlights and everything is following in that front direction. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to lift our arms up to the sky. Press them up. And then on our next breath in, we're just going to drop down into that front knee. So that is our warrior one position. So imagine someone is pulling you up from the ground, you're just dropping into that front foot. Breath in. If you can look up between your hands, fabulous. If that doesn't work for you, that's absolutely fine. So breathing there, just breathing. On a breath out, you may feel you want to just drop down a little bit more. Remember the secret, everybody. Look down at your knee. Is your knee over your second toe? If it is, perfect. Okay? That is the perfect stance that you want. Knee over second toe. We're opening out the hips. We're opening the chest. Even though we're extending up, we're still opening out that sort of chest area. Wonderful. And then deep breath in. Press into that front knee and bring the arms down to the sides. Wonderful. Now we're going to go straight round into warrior one on the opposite side. So again, breath in. Lift the shoulders and roll them back if you just need to get that stance again, get that nice solid stance. Breath in. We're going to take that foot out to the side. Breath in. Bring this other foot in by 5 minutes. Then as we breathe in, lift the arms, turn to the side. Extend the arms up. Breath in. And we're just going to drop down into warrior one. We're looking up. We're extending our arms up to the sky. Breathing that energy in. Making sure we are facing. Check down over your knee if you want to. Just look up to the sky. Stretching up, looking up to the heavens. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then a breath in and press into that front knee. Bring yourself out. Bring your feet, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel together. Wonderful. Out of warrior one. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Give your legs a little shake. Give your legs a little shake out. Great stuff. Okay. And now we're going to go into my favourite pose, which I do every week because I love it so much. I think it's so good for us. We're going to go into warrior two. So, feet again. Plant your feet. Plant your feet like a big, strong tree in the ground. Wonderful. Okay, just, again, let yourself just, brilliant. Okay. So, deep breath in. Again, shoulders down the back. Get yourself really lovely. Okay, so breathing in. Take this foot out to the side. This time we're keeping our hips and our headlights front facing. Breath in. We're going to turn that back foot just in by 5 minutes. But again, while we're in this position, we are facing forwards. So everything stays facing forwards. We're going to take a breath in and we're going to extend our arms. So I'm imagining I have got someone either end of my fingers stretching me out. The other thing I'm doing is I'm opening here. Out with the arms, opening with the hips, up with the chest, up with the crown. Wonderful. And then a breath in here. And then as I exhale, I'm just going to drop towards that front knee. Again, keeping my body facing the front. Now, just as a reminder, or if you haven't done this before, your knee, your shin wants to be straight the way down, okay? Not over like that. If your knee is over your foot or your leg is in that direction and not straight, you're putting pressure on your knee. So never go further than that. Okay, one more breath in. Open up. And as you exhale, turn to look over that front hand. Look down that front finger. Where are you headed? What direction are you headed? Set a clear intention down that finger. Set your clear intention for your life and send it down that finger. Opening out, pulling back. Anytime, guys, you've had enough, come back up. Or you can just drop down into this position if you need to. Always, team, remember, this is your class, whatever suits you. Breathe in. Press into the front leg and just turn your hips to front. Let's just come and have a little rest in that position there. Wonderful, wonderful. Just give your legs a little shake out. Great stuff. Remember what this is doing for your body, guys. This is strengthening your body. It's giving you strength. The more you do this, the stronger you become. Every time you flex something, you're flexing. You're allowing your stem cells to recreate new muscle tissue. That has to be great for your body. If you'd like them to create something else, ask your body. Ask and know it is so. Okay, let's do the other side. Turn your one foot out to the side. Bring the other foot in by 5 minutes again. Open yourself out. Breathe in. Drop your shoulders down. Open the chest. Open the hips. Opening. Extending. Pulling that crown up to the sky. Wonderful. And then a deep breath in. And then we're just going to drop into that front knee. Again, that front knee is just over that central toe. We're opening up. We're lifting the crown. We're looking over that front hand. Just breathing out. Expand yourself. Expand your being. Look over that front hand and send that energy. Where is it you would like to go? Take that energy in the direction you would like to go. Put all of your focus into that thing, whatever it be, and it shall be so. Okay. Stay there as long as suits you. Anytime you've had enough, breathe in, press into that front leg, shoulders. Bring your feet and just heel toe your feet together. Lovely, lovely, lovely. How are we doing, everyone? I can't see you from here. Are we all okay?
Very good.
I can see someone had a lovely swing there. Great, good stuff. Anytime you feel you need to after any of these, just have a little swing. If you drop down into your legs when you have a little swing, you'll notice that you will actually release a different part of your spine. So if your legs are straight, it will probably be higher up. As you drop down, you'll probably find a lower part of your spine. You can just sort of release it in sections as you go down like that. Okay, we're going to do one more in this stance. In fact, we're going to do two more. We've got two more warriors for you tonight. A lot of warrior energy tonight. I'm feeling we're needing a lot of oomph tonight. A lot of warrior energy. Okay, so this is just a variation. We're going to do golden ball warrior. So we're not really in warrior as such, but we're going to have our feet, again, nice and wide. Feet turned out, toes turned out. Lovely. Breath in. Roll the shoulders back and just drop down. Now what I'd like you to do now is really tuck that pelvis. Tuck that pelvis. Pull up. Think about your pelvic floor, your core. Hold yourself really strong and firm. Pull your crown to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders to the back so that you're in that lovely, strong, open pose. There we go. Down we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. What we're going to do now, what I'm going to invite you guys to do, is something called Golden Ball Warrior. We've done this before, those of you that have been with me before. We're going to breathe in, we're going to expand into the universe. Whatever you need in your life, as you exhale, all that into your body. Whether it be into your chest, into your solar plexus, wherever. So breathing in, expand yourself out, grab whatever it is you need and pull that into your body on the exhale. Wonderful. And just do this at your own pace. Really welcome that breath. And release. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to hear the breath. Breathing in. And out. There is a Hawaiian ritual that has just come to me. And it's called the Ha breath. Set intention. Expand. Pulling. Expand. Pulling. A couple more of those. Last one. Take your time. All that energy. Close your eyes. Heel toe your feet together so you're in a really comfortable standing position. Drop yourself down and just breathe. No judgment. Stand centered on the earth. Fully connected to fully connected with that duality. Absolutely no judgment. Bring everything out. Don't judge it, just notice it. Deep breath in, and rolling your shoulders back. Have a nice little wiggle. And I'm going to take you down onto the floor. You have a choice. You can put yourself on the floor if you want to. You can do it in a more graceful manner. You can cross your legs, take yourself down. I'm choosing today, I'm just going to put my feet out slightly in a little first position for ballet and just drop myself down and just rest there for a moment. Just having a little, just sitting almost on my toes. Some really clever yogis amongst you might be able to get your feet flat on the floor. I can't do that and I wouldn't even try. But if you can, wonderful. And just breathe there for a moment. I find that quite a nice hip opener, quite a nice relaxer. Just releases the back. Wonderful. And then we're just going to slowly bring ourselves round onto our hands and feet. Position now that we call cat cow. So we're starting off on all fours. We're grounded into the floor. Our hands are pressed into the floor. Our knees are pressed into the floor. We're pressing away from the earth. Our back is flat. It's almost like we can have a tray of drinks on our back as we are here. We're going to breathe in. We're going to let our bellies fill with air. And we're going to drop them to the floor, extend our head out and push our booty up to the sky as we let our back round. On the out breath, we reverse that. We break at the back. We pull our belly in. We pull our belly in. We drop our shoulders. We drop our chin. We curl up like a cat. And then we breathe in. And we release. And we expand the belly. Let that drop right the way down. And reverse. Just do this in your own time with you. Yoga, yoga, yoga. Union with self. Expansion with breath. Breathe out. In we go. Drop the belly. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Extend, extend, extend. Exhale, reverse. Pull, 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 pull in. Pull, pull, pull. And then bring yourself back to a nice, even position. Wonderful. Inhale and just tuck your toes under so that your toes are just planted on the floor. We're going to do a couple of openers here. And we're going to do a move called thread the needle. So you might want to just bring your hands so they're just directly below your shoulders, not too wide apart for this. Give you a nice central and balanced position. We're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to open up. Now, if you're finding that your wrists are sore, you can just do this in a back position like so. Just rest back on your heels and just do exactly the same thing. We're getting the same stretch and opening. And then as we come down, we're just going to thread our hand through the hole and drop down onto our shoulder. Put your cheek on the floor and just stay there for a moment. Again, another lovely shoulder release. Breath in, engage the belly. Press back up into the hand and come back up into your upright position. Okay, breath in. We're going to sweep that arm up and drop it down. Just bring it through and take yourself down into that thread needle position. Lovely, long breath. Feel that shoulder just releasing. Breath out, press yourself back down. Arm back onto your hands. Right, we're just going to do a few more openers. Breath in, open. And just throw. Breath in. Twist. Open, look up to the sky. Follow the hand. Under the elbow. Breath in. Twist. Open. Down we go. One more. If you're comfortable again to drop down onto your shoulder, then please do so. And just rest there for another breath. Breath in, press into the hand and release yourself. Breath in, open the opposite side, and down you come and thread. Breath in and open, and down you come. Breath in and open, down. One more. Open, expand, expand, expand. Down we come. Through you go. And just drop yourself down to that shoulder. Lovely, lovely shoulder stretches tomorrow. Lovely deep breaths in. Wonderful. And bring yourself back up into a 4-point kneeling position again. Okay, team, I'm going to take you into downward facing dog. If you have done this before, you know what to do. If you haven't, I will talk you through it. So, 4-point kneeling, making sure you're nice and strong there. Breath in. As you breathe out, press into your hands, press into your knees, press into your feet, and feel your hips starting to lift, 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 lift. Lifting your bottom as high as it will go, up onto your toes. Do a nice, gentle, gentle walk. Imagine it's a walk in the park, and you're just stretching, stretching, stretching your feet. If you're struggling here on your hands and your wrists, just go up into a forward fold. Bring your feet towards your hands. Take your hands off the floor. Up onto your toes and just drop your heels as close to the floor as is comfortable. Just hang in what you're aiming to do is create a lovely, lovely triangle. Your bottom is up in the air. The backs of your knees are open. Have a go at lifting your knees if you're in this position. Engage your quads. Pull your knees up to the sky. Stretch out. Press through your hands. Pull through your shoulders. Stretching your shoulders out so you're nice and flat. And then I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in and just drop yourself down onto your knees. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're going to take another breath in from there. And we're going to very gently, actually what we can do from there, you've got two choices. You can either stay in this position. You can, if you choose to, you can go into a half plank, which I suggest if you've never done a plank before, you do that. Just take your knees behind you and just stretch your back flat. You can stay on all fours if you want to, or you can go into a full plank, or you can just drop down onto your chest, onto the floor. But if you want to do a plank, that is your plank position there. Wonderful. And then just drop yourself onto your knees and roll yourself down, 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 and flat onto the floor. I'm flashing off far too much of my tummy tonight. Video. But hey ho. Okay. So we are down at the front of our mats. Just rest your head down onto your hands and take some lovely, lovely long deep breaths. See if you can breathe into this part of your back. Now I know you're not technically breathing into your back, but we're pretending that you are breathing into your back. So breathe into that space in your back. Wonderful, wonderful. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to put our hands here, either side of your chest. And then on an out breath, what I'm going to invite you to do is I'm going to invite you to engage this part of your body. So as you breathe out, we're going to pull our tummies in. We're going to engage our lower backs, and we're going to start to lift ourselves with your hands on the floor, but you're not pressing into your hands. That's the important thing. You're using your lower back, and then bring the tension, not the tension, but bring the effort up your back until your hands take over. And then we're just going to lift the head and just stretch that up slightly, just a little peek up to the sky. And then we're just going to roll ourselves back down. That is called a cobra. Roll. Okay, I'm going to invite you to do one more of those. So just breath in. Press into your hands. Again, take that effort in your lower back, in your back, in your back, in your back. Now engage. And then press into your hands. So your hands are the last thing that takes the effort. Exhale. One. And then we're going to drop back down again. I'm going to invite you to curl your toes under and bring yourself back up onto your knees. Just a very short time again in downward facing dog. Lifting up into downward facing dog. Breathing in. Lifting one leg up behind you and then just slipping it forwards to the front of your mat. Now what I'm going to invite you to do is just to put pressure on your hands and just take that foot out to the side
course. I mean,
stuff like so. Let me show you from the front. So what you've got here is you've got this foot just crossed over like so, and we're just going to do some form of a pigeon pose. It's a lovely, lovely hip stretch. If that's comfortable for you, wonderful. If this puts any pressure on your knees, guys, don't do it at all. Please, please, please do not do this if it puts any pressure on your knees whatsoever. If you are comfortable in that position, you can take your knee out further and you can bring your foot up just a little more. But again, always no pressure. It's always with the out breath of the stretch. We're just opening the hips, opening the body. And then if you choose to on an out breath, if it suits your body, you can just drop down and feel that extension. But please, 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 so gently with your body. Always listen, listen, listen.
yeah.
Any stretch is on the exhale.
Okay.
Extending into that.
Okay.
Breathing in whatever position is comfortable for you. If you're not comfortable in this, you can lay on your back and you can just lift one of your legs up and just take it out to the side. If that's better for you, then do it in that position. Sorry, I should have said that before we started. Okay. Then breath in. Take yourself back up into all fours. One more time. Toes under. Breath in. Engage. Exhale. Wonderful. Breath in. Bring the knee up. Exhale. Take it back and up. And then bring the leg to the front. Drop it, exactly the same on the opposite side. Bring it into that position. You may find that your legs are totally different both sides. It might be completely different on both sides. Just breathe into that stretch. Probably feels completely different on the side. Really breathe into that space in the hips, breathe into that inner thigh. I can feel that wonderful stretch in my inner thigh. It's absolutely beautiful. And then if you choose to, on an exhale, just take yourself down. Only if that is comfortable for you. We are only ever taking ourselves to the very edge of the stretch. If ever a position doesn't work for you, you do not do it. You always listen to your body before you go there. If it's better for you, I will show you the other offering for that afterwards, which I should have done before, but I didn't, so apologies. But if you need to, you can be laying on your back and just bring your leg up to the, bring your knee up and just take it out gently to the side. I'll show you that in a moment. So just breathing there slowly, quietly, gently. Take yourself into your own blood pattern. Breathing. Remember, we hold a lot of our emotion in our hips. Sometimes when you're in yoga pose, you may feel slightly emotional for some reason to be aware of. That is probably why. So hands back on the floor. Again, bring yourself up onto all fours. And then we're just going to drop back onto our bottoms. And as you go back, stretch your hands in front of you and just Do a lovely, lovely, lovely forward bend there. Where you are, now that, and just breathe out that lovely, lovely, lovely forward bend. Wonderful, wonderful. Breathing in. Hands back up towards your bottom. Make your hands facing front here. And we're just going to breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to stretch up, 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 up. Stretching and elongating that back. Lifting the chin slightly. Do a very slight back bend if you choose to. Drop your hands down along the sides. Breath in. We're going to extend our legs out in front of us. Just lift your feet so they're active. Active feet, pulling your toes towards you. Pulling your quads. Just engaging your knees, pulling your knees up. Sitting up, tall, tall, tall. Nice, nice, nice and good. And you just relax your feet back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to invite you, if you have anything to cover yourself up with, if you want to wrap yourself up, we're going to do a couple of floor stretches. But if you have those items close to you, and then we're going to wrap ourselves up as we go down. Excuse me. Okay, so grab anything you need to have by your side. And we're going to do a lovely reclining twist just to finish us off. Literally. To finish us off. Done lots of work tonight, Warrior. Well done. You should be all feeling very strong, hopefully, and empowered. Okay, so let's just bring our feet up to a upright position like so. And we're just going to slowly, if you can put your hands down if it's better for you, or you can put your hands on your knees, you can put your hands out wherever. And we're just going to roll down through our back nice and slowly to take ourselves down onto the floor. Slowly dropping your head back, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feel each one opening, 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 opening. As you go down, and just pop your hands down right side. Wonderful. Bring your feet up a little bit closer to your booty. Breath in. We're just going to bring up one leg. Give it a little stretch. Best if you can to hold behind your knee, so again you're not putting any pressure on your knee. Just pull that leg in. Now, when we were in pigeon pose earlier, if ever you can't do that pose, you can do this one instead. Okay? It's not quite the same, but it will give you a lovely, lovely, lovely stretch up the back there. So if ever we go forward into pigeon pose and you feel more comfortable, always take yourself into the position that serves you most, okay? Breathing in and out. In and out. Wonderful. Breath in, extend, drop, and just pull this leg. If you can all bring a strap next week, a tie, a belt, something like that with you, and we'll do some nice leg stretches next week because we've spent quite a lot of time standing tonight in Warrior, but I felt that was just what we all needed tonight. And I always follow my intuition with these classes. So, breath in, take your foot onto the opposite knee, and just pull, 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 pull. In fact, the word pull is totally wrong. We never pull in yoga. Let's ignore what I just said. So breathe in and just open. That's better. That's much better. You want to put an extra pull down that helps it gives you a little bit of strength. Wonderful. Breath in and just pop your feet on the floor. Now what I'm going to invite you to do is take your hands out to a T shape. Breathing in. One knee up, second knee up. Holding your feet up like so. We're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to let our knees drop, 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 drop to the side, and we're going to turn our head in the opposite direction. So you are in this wonderful, wonderful twisted position. Try and keep both your shoulders on the floor if you can. I'm not too worried if they're not on the floor. But if you can, it will give you a better twist. And then if you're feeling it, next exhale, breath in, you can take both of your feet out and away from you. So your feet are almost up towards your hand. If that is a comfortable position for you. Lovely deep breaths there. Opening, expanding, stretching breath. Always we're releasing on the exhale. Stay there. Couple. One. Take breath in, say. On the out breath, engage the tummy, bend the legs, and bring them back up to centre. Take arms out in the T still. Breath in. Drop your knees over to the side. Keeping your arms stretched out in the T. If that's too much pressure on your shoulders, just drop your hands down a little bit lower. Listen to your body. Whatever I'm telling you is a guide. If something feels better for you, just go to the edge of the stretch. Listen to your body. Always, always, always. Couple more breaths in that position. Wonderful. Breath in. Engage your tummy. Take your feet out. If it feels right for you. Just breathe. Breath in. Engage. And bring your feet back up to the centre. Drop your feet onto the floor. Let your legs extend out. Breath in. Stretch yourself up into a lovely, lovely long pencil. take yourself into a lovely relaxation pose. So your feet are just relaxing up. Your hands are out to the side. Your eyes are closing gently. You're just starting to allow yourself really relax down into the floor. If you have any covers or anything, just pop those over yourself. I'm just going to turn some lights out, and then I will take you